posse have learned that the town they were just in brought back some frozen critters from Targa, and they'd begun to thaw. The expedition left in such a hurry they forgot the notes in Targa, and those notes are the only thing that might save the town. So against their better judgment, they've set off once again into Targa for one final frozen adventure.
Welcome back to Crawling with Dungeons. I'm Rob. And today we're going to be playing the last mission in the City of Ancients series of missions called Frozen Expedition. This mission is going to be the last mission for this particular party for a while. They're going into semi-retirement after this one, and then we're going to start a new campaign. So, let's get right into it. A recent expedition to Targa Plateau brought back a small collection of ancient frozen creatures to study. But they had begun to wake up and attack. The expedition's notes were lost and scattered when the group was attacking the other world. But those journal pages may hold the key of how to stop these creatures before the whole town is destroyed. The setup. This mission starts with the mine entrance map tile leading directly to the gate end cap. All heroes start on the mine entrance map tile as normal. The mission goal. The heroes must find and collect 5 lost journal pages to get enough information to stop the creatures. Every clue icon found represents D3 loot. Every clue icon found represents D3 lost journal pages in that room. Once any encounters or attacks on the exploration tokens have been fully resolved, those lost journal pages are collected. The heroes must then get back to town to help stop the creatures. Special rules. All gates lead to Targa. All gates in this adventure lead to the Targa Plateau, even gates found in the Targa Plateau. They lead to a different part of the city. Objectives. Find the journal pages. When the heroes discover the clue icon with the last journal pages they need, enough to give them at least 5 journal pages total, they have found the objective room, where the original expedition was attacked. Ignore any attacks or encounters listed on the final exploration token. Also ignore any door or gate icons on the token, as the objective room has no exits. Reveal all growing dread cards in the stack as normal, and then the heroes must face an epic threat. Once all enemies have been defeated, the heroes collect the final lost journal pages they need and must return to the town to help stop the creatures and complete the mission. Back to town. Once the heroes have collected enough lost journal pages, the adventure ends, but the mission continues. The heroes must travel back to town as they normally would between adventures. Once in town, before doing anything else, each hero must make a lore 5-up test to help stop the creatures. Gain 10 XP for each 5-up rolled. For each hero that fails the test on one random building in town is destroyed before the creatures can be stopped. And then they have a reward. Each hero gains 50 XP. They also gain 250 XP if no buildings were destroyed. And failure. If the mission is failed, the heroes do not get back in time to save the town, and it is overrun and destroyed by the creatures. The heroes may not visit a frontier town after the adventure, but instead must proceed directly to the next adventure. Each hero also takes D3 corruption hits from the site of the mangled remains of the town they failed to save. Okay, so let's get right into it. We have set up our tile here, the mine entrance tile, and the gate going right into Targa. So we are going to start this game off by rolling to hold back the darkness. And we failed right out of the gate. So this is going to be interesting. Hopefully that is not indicative of things to come. Alright, so we're going to start with the gambler. Okay, the gambler got a 3. 1, 2, 3, and he is going to scavenge. Now, once again, because we have a dog, a faithful dog, we can use 1 more dice to scavenge. Okay, so he did not get any 6s. Alright, and then the dog is going to move up to the door, but not look through. And then we're going to go with the frontier duck. She got a 1, so she is going to get a grit. As a matter of fact, they all need a grit. she's gonna have 2 grit. All right. And she's gonna move up 1, and she is gonna scavenge. No 6s there. And then finally the Bandito. He got a 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and he is also going to scavenge. No 6s there either. All right, so there is nothing to find here. All right, so the mule, 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna roll to, once again, hold back the darkness. And we did it this time, so we got a 9. All right, so the dog is going to look through. He's gonna move into the space here. And we will draw a map card from the Targa Plateau. Now, I have enjoyed the Targa Plateau quite a bit, although the last mission really put a damper on things. We got our butts handed to us in that one. All right, so the first one is going to be a frozen path. All right, so we're going to find that frozen path, and the dog is going to move forward a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to roll for the gambler. With a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is going to scavenge. He got 2 6s that time. So we're going to draw the scavenge deck here. And the Bandito and the Gambler are fairly close to leveling, so I'm going to be doing a lot of this to try to get them to level 4. Alright, so Emerging Darkness, draw a darkness card. That's fun. And then he's going to get 10 XP for that. That's the Bandito. Alright, the second one is Nothing Here, 10 XP. Okay. We don't have any henchmen to try to stop these darkness cards this time. So, it's just about all we can do is go over this darkness card. Alright. What do we got? A Bitter Harvest. Every hero must roll a d6 for each sideback token they have. On a roll of 1 or 2, they discard that token. For each hero that has discarded 1 or more tokens, move the darkness forward 1 space on the depth track. Okay, so we've got a tequila for the Bandito. He will keep his tequila. We've got 2 herbs for the Frontier Doc. Alright, she's going to keep both of those. She's got a 3 and a 4. And then we've got a whiskey for the Gambler. He got a 5, he keeps it. Alright, so we do not have to do any of that. That is really awesome. Not so bad, not so bad. Could have been worse. Okay, so we're going to move up with the Frontier Doc. She got a 2, 1, 2. And then finally with the Bandito, we got a 3, 1, 2, 3. He is also going to scavenge. He did not make it. And the Frontier Ducks is going to scavenge. She did get 1. She doesn't really need to scavenge like the rest of them do because she's already level 4, but maybe she'll pick up something cool. Alright, so for her, Hideous Discovery. That is not something cool. Alright, so she's going to get 10 XP. And take 3 horror hits, doing 2 sanity damage each. That is alright. She just needs a 3 to beat those. Alright, and she could beat all 3 of those, so that's not too bad for her. Okay, and then the mule, 1, 2, 3. He loves going through gates. The mule loves going through gates. Okay. Now we're gonna roll to hold back the darkness. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't put an exploration token down. Not sure why I am not doing that. So we need to figure out what that's gonna be. Alright, so the exploration token is an attack, and it is a clue. Alright, so we're going to look up what the clues do. Alright, when the heroes discover a clue icon with the last journal pages. Okay, so when we discover a clue, we find D3 journal pages. So we found 3 journal pages. Wow, alrighty. Okay. Let's break those out. Let's actually use the journal pages. Okay, so we're going to substitute for those journal pages with the security logs because I cannot find the journal page tokens for some weird reason. Okay, so we found 3 here, but we have an attack. Alright, so we need to figure out what our attack is going to be. And our attack is going to be 3 custodians of Targa and 1 Targa pylon. Alright, so everybody's going to go at initiative value here. Once we roll to hold back the darkness, we got a 5, so that is a darkness card. Let's see what it says. Hell Siege. Anytime a 7 is rolled for the hold back the darkness, you must choose. Add a growing dread card to the stack, or for every hero takes 2 corruption hits, remains in play. Alright, so we're going to try to get rid of that card. So we're going to use a fortune to use 1 fortune token. Choose any deck. Nope, that's not it. Counting cards. Use 1 fortune token. Just after a card has been drawn from any deck, make a Cunning 6 test. Alright. His Cunning is a 5. The Gambler's Cunning is a 5. Okay, he's going to use his grit to reroll that. Wow, no 6s. Okay. Oh, that's a waste of a fortune and a grit. Okay. And that will remain in play. Anytime we roll a 7, bad things are going to happen. Alright, so now it is the Gambler's turn. He is going to... we got to draw their cards. And then how many doors does this room have? It has 2 doors, and it does have 2 doors. So. Alright, so we can remove this. And the custodians and the pylons. And the custodians are going to have ability number 5, which is plasma shields. Custodians are immune to critical hits. All right, that's fun. We got number 5, and then number 2, Darkstone explosions. Oh man, I wish that was not the case. Oh boy, those are not good. We are really close to everybody right here. Okay. And then for the pylon, number 1 is +2 health. Okay. And then number 1 again. Number 3. Self-repair. Target pylons gain regeneration 1. Heals 1 wound at the start of each turn. Okay. Alright, these enemies are both initiative 4. So they will go after the dog and after the gambler. So the gambler is going to roll to move. You got a 4. Okay, so he's going to roll to escape. The escape roll is a 4 up. He got a 3. All right. So he is going to shoot at the custodian. Some things have changed though. He got a Scafford Saber, which gives him +2 combat. While equipped, it gives him +2 shots with a gun. He may also have equipped -2 corruption resistance. Requires at least 1 mutation to use. He does have that 1 mutation. All right, so that's going to give him 4 shots on his Scafford pistol, meaning 4s or better. All right, he got 2 hits. They're immune to critical hits, but that one is going to do an extra damage. All right, and so he also has his other pistol, which is 3 shots. That needs a 5 or better to hit. He got 1 hit off of that. Okay, and then we'll roll for the damage. All right, so the first one is going to be with the +1 damage. So that's a 5, 6. Their defense is a 3, so he does 3 damage to this custodian here. All right, and then the next 2 hits do 3 and 3, which is nothing. And then he's going to use his holdout pistol, which is 2 shots. Okay, and that is 1 hit. And it does 6 damage, which is another 3 damage on this guy. And it's still got 2 wounds left. Okay. Alright, so what were its abilities? It's got +4 health. Ah, no. It's got Darkstone Explosions and Plasma Shields, immune to critical hits. Okay. Alright, so the dog is going to attack as well. He hit. He got a 4 damage, so that's going to do 1 more damage to this custodian here. Okay. Now, it is going to be their turn. They have electroshock at the start of the enemy's activation. Every adjacent hero takes 3 hits. Alright, so there are 3 adjacent heroes. So, for the dog, he's just going to take 3 hits. For the gambler, he's going to take 2 hits. And then for the bandito, he's going to take no hits. Alright, so now we're going to go with them. Let's see. Defense laser, range attack, range 8, 2 shots, 3 damage. Okay, so repair. At the start of the enemy's turn, at the start of this enemy's activation, if there are no adjacent heroes, heal 2 wounds. Okay, there are adjacent heroes, he cannot heal. Okay, when selecting a target, include any Targa pylons, will move to the adjacent, will move adjacent to repair it. Counts as a random hero for targeting. When selecting a target, including any damaged Targa pylons, will move to get adjacent for repair, but targets a random hero with the defense laser. Right, okay, so we got 2 guys for the defense laser, and we got 3 targets. So the gamblers 1, 2, 3, 4 the bandito, 5, 6 the dog. Okay, 3-4 is the bandito. And then 5-6 is the dog. All right, and so their lasers are 2 shots, needing 3. So for the bandito, it's 2 hits. He needs to roll his defense. He blocked 1 and took 3 damage. All right. And then the dog. Okay, he missed both. He got a 1 and a 2. Not too bad. Okay, so he's going to target for combat hits, number 4, so that's the bandito. So he's got 3 combat dice against the bandito. All right, so he needs 3, so he got 3 hits. Bandito gonna defend against those, and he does. He defends all 3 of them. Okay, now we're gonna roll for the frontier duck. She got a 3. 1, 2, 3. She is right here on the cusp. She is gonna shoot her trusty pistol, but not at the one that's already damaged. Yeah. All right. So she got 2 hits, 1 critical hit, but it doesn't matter because they do not take critical hits. All right, so just roll for damage. She got a 4 and a 2, so she's gonna do 1 damage on this guy. She's gonna do 1 damage on this guy. Okay, that's the one she could see. And the mule is going to stay where it is for right now. Okay, let's roll for the. Oh, we didn't do the target pylon. Okay, so it's got number 1 is +2 health. Number 3 is self-repair. Okay, so it doesn't need to self-repair. Immobile. Okay, critical hits only reduce it. Okay, so it has got a laser, a burning laser. Each of the target pylons engaged hits count as D6 hits. Ranged hits. Each of its hits count as D6 hits. So it's going to target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to roll to see who it targets. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, 8-sided dice. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to target the bandito, and it's going to roll to hit, and it rolls a 1. So it did not hit the bandito. Fair enough. All right, now we're going to roll to hold back the darkness, and we did not. That's fun. Okay, but we can use the brute spurs because we moved up in this room to push it back 1 because we landed on a dread spot. All right, so the boot spurs, he just needs a 3 up to move that back on the death track. And we got a 6, so we are going to move it back. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're going to go with the gambler. He's going to roll to move. He got 5. He's going to roll to escape. He got a 2. All right, so we're just going to do our best here. All right, we definitely hit. So we'll do the 1 hit on the first guy with +1 damage. So that's 6. So he's definitely exploded. All right, so we got rid of him, but that's not good. Oh, I didn't do his XP for this guy. So he got 10 plus 7, 35. So you got 45 XP for the first shots. And then this round, he's gonna get 10 plus 5 is 15. He only needs 165 to level, so that's gonna be 40, 65, 75, 80. So he needs about 85 more to level. Okay, so this explosion, what is it gonna do? All right. Darkstone Explosion. When destroyed, any hero within 3 spaces of the Custodian of Targa immediately takes D6 corruption hits. This is terrible. This is man. Okay, so pretty much everybody on the board. All right. So for the Gambler, he's gonna take 6 corruption hits. That's awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and roll those. Okay. It's gonna take 3 corruption from that. 2 corruption resistance, but he has a 6 corruption. So he needs 1 more in order to mutate. Okay, so for the Bandito, it's a 4. Okay, he blocked 2, he took 2. His corruption resistance is a 4, so he's kind of in the same boat. For the dog, takes 3. Okay, he took 2 corruption points. And his corruption resistance is a 5, so he's okay. And then for the Frontier Doc, she needs 3s or better 4 times. Alright, she blocked all of hers. Now, he had 2 more hits from those same shots. He's going to put on this guy. Alright, got a 5 and a 4, so that's going to do 3 total damage to that guy. Alright, 3 more. And then he's got 3 shots from the Fallen Gunfighter's pistol. It's 1 hit. And 1, so he's going to get a total of 25 XP, putting his total up to 105. So he's getting closer. Alright, and the dog is going to back all the way over here. Alright, so now the custodians are going to, there's no electric shocks, so they're going to use their defense laser, range 8, and there's 4 targets, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the Bandito is the target of the first one, and the Bandito is the target of the second one. Okay, so that is 2 shots. Needing 3s, so that's 1 hit, and then the second guy, he got 2 hits. So the Bandito needs to block all 3 of these. All right, he blocks 1, so he's going to take 6 hits. Putting his total up to 9 so far, and he has got a total of 25 health, so he's doing okay. Now, the Targa Pylon, there are no wounds on the Targa Pylon, so it is just simply going to pick a target. It doesn't say it picks a different target every time, so it's still going to shoot at the Bandito. It got a 3, so it did hit. And then it's going to do D6 hits. So that's 3 hits. So the Bandito needs to roll good. And he doesn't. So those do 2 damage each. So he's going to take 4 more damage. Yikes. Okay. So that puts him at 13. Alright, now, that's all the enemies go. Now we move up to the frontier, or dock. She rolls a 5. She's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is going to use one of her bandages on the Bandito. It's a 3 plus 3 is 6. That is going to give her 60 XP. Okay. And then she's going to shoot with her... She's going to shoot with this Star Beam projector. Range 14, 1 shot. Use a D8 to hit. Okay, she got a 3. She missed that. She's going to use one of her grit. Alright, she got an 8. That is a definite critical hit. She's going to shoot the guy in the center. Can't get critical hits. But when a hit is assigned, every model adjacent to the target also takes 1 basic hit. So that means she is going to roll a hit on everybody over in that corner because he's got 2 guys right next to him. So for the Targa pylon, she does 1, which does nothing. For the guy himself, she does 6, which does 3 damage. 3 damage. Puts him up to a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's going to net her 25, 10 plus, yep, 25 XP. And then the custodian back there, she did 4. So that's going to bump him up to 1 hit, and that's going to give her 15 XP for that. That is a cool weapon. Alright, so for the Bandito, he's going to roll to move. He got a 1, so that's going to give him a grit. He's going to move back 1. And then shoot with the dark stone pistols that he just picked up. He uses the peril dice for damage. Alright, so it's 4 shots. Oof, boy. Okay, so we're gonna grit that. You got 1 hit. Okay, so it's a total of 2 hits. Alright, so for the first hit, we're gonna hit on that guy. Got a 3, so that does nothing. And then, oh no, I'm sorry. Rolling a peril dice for the damage. So 6, so that guy is destroyed. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Really? Seriously? 2, 3. Now he's gonna put it on that guy. So he does 6, so he does 3 damage on that guy. Try to minimize some of this freaking damage. Alright, and so for the other hit, he rolled a 3, which does nothing. It doesn't get past their defense. So he is gonna get 25 for that shot. Now he is a lot further away from leveling. He's at 1590, so I'm not sure we're gonna level the Bandito in this mission. The mule's gonna stay where it is, and so we roll to hold back the darkness. Alright, so 2 3s is not good. The Targa Plateau, creeping darkness. The darkness is always searching for a way out. Move the darkness 2 steps forward on the depth track. Okay. 1, 2. That sucks. Gonna draw a darkness card from that. That darkness card is Twisted Fates. All skill tests that are one hero are now a random hero instead. Anytime one or more encounters are drawn, draw an extra. It remains in play. Can we cancel a darkness card? Because that sounds terrible. That's fun. Okay. So we are going to start off with the gambler. He's going to roll the move. Got a 5. He's going to pull back to here. And shoot with his Scafford pistol. Alright, so that's 2 hits. And then we're gonna allocate this hit to this guy because we're gonna go over here with that hit because it gets +1. So that's 6 + 1, that's 7. So that does 4 damage to that one. That one blows up. Now he is 1, 2, 3 away, so nobody is gonna get blown up there. All right, thank goodness. All right. So that's gonna net him 25 XP. So he's very close. It's 80 plus 50 is 130. And then another hit. We're gonna target the pylon with the second hit. So that's 3. Its defense is a 4. Alright, so he's got 3 more shots, needing 5s. Okay, he got 2 hits there. That's going on the pylon. Alright, 5 and a 4. So that does 1 damage to the pylon. Which kind of sucks because it's just going to heal up that damage. Okay. Alright, so now the pylons and the custodians are going to go. The custodian is going to shoot at the bandito. It's got 2 shots. Alright, that's 2 hits. Sucks. Alright, bandito's got to block these. Alright, and he does. He blocks both of them. And then the laser tower is going to shoot at the bandito. Got a 4. He needs, and it's how many hits? 4 hits. So he's got to block 4 of these. So he blocks 2, takes 2, so that's 4 damage total to him. Remove one of her bandages. Alright. So now the Frontier Doc is going to go. She is going to use another bandage on the bandito. No, she's going to roll the move. She's got 2. 1, 2, 3. The dog is going to move out of the way, back out of the room. She is going to back up. Alright, and now she's going to... 1, 2, 3. She's going to shoot at that guy. She got 1 hit. She got a 5, so that's going to damage it. That's going to take it out. She's going to get 15 XP. But the bandito is close enough to where he's going to take those corruption hits. And he get a 3. He needs to block 3 of these. Okay, so he blocked 1. He took 2. He's got a 5. Right? No, he's got a 4. So he's going to grit those 2 to try to block 1 more. And he does. He takes 1 more corruption point. He should have... No, he didn't take any the last time. That's right. No, he took 2. She didn't take any. That's right. So he's got a total of 3. Okay. So that is destroyed. Nice. Alright. Now the bandito Bandito is going to go. He is going to use his pistolas here. Gosh, boy, you could use that grit. Alright, so you got one hit, and then he's going to do Peril Dice of 3, so it does nothing. Alright, and the donkey and the dog are going to stay where they are. I'm going to roll the hold back to darkness. Got an 8, so we did hold back the darkness, thank goodness. Alright, so the gambler is going to roll to move. Got a 6. He's just going to go there, and he's just going to go here. Alright, so 4 shots. I can't get critical hits on this thing, or is it immune to critical hits? Nope. Okay, so that pylon healed one wound. No, not yet. It's not his turn yet. Right. Alright, so he got a total of 3 hits, 1 critical hit. It reduces his defense to 2, and he gets +1 damage on that hit. Alright, so it's 5, 6. So that is going to do 4 damage. And then the regular hits do nothing. Okay, and because he got the critical hit, he can't use his other weapons. Alright, so the dog is going to move back in, move up next to the pylon and attack. Got a hit. Got 4, which is its defense. It didn't do anything. Alright, so now the pylon is going to take 2 shots at the Bandito. So 2 hits. Is it 2 hits? No, 1 shot. I'm sorry, 1 shot. So 1 hit, and then 5 actual hits. Okay, so he blocked 1, 2, 3, 4 of those and took 2 damage. Not too shabby. Okay, now the Frontier Doc's gonna roll to move. She got 5. She's gonna stay where she is. She's gonna roll to heal the Bandito. It's cocked. She got a 3 plus a 3 is 6. It's gonna net her 60 XP for that. Okay, and then she is going to shoot at the pylon. Okay, so she got a critical hit. This is with her trusty pistol. So she got a 4, so that's 2 damage to the pylon, which activated, so it would have healed 1 damage, so it's only got 1 damage. So it's got a total of 10 health, and right now it's sitting at 6 damage. Okay, the Bandito is going to roll to move. Got a 6. He's going to stay where he is. 4 shots. It is 4 hits. And we need to roll 4 Peril Dice of damage. Alright. Ooh, wow, okay. So well, that's not as great as I thought. Alright, so he's gonna do 2 damage on top of all of that. Okay, so that puts it at 8. And then he's gonna get 15 plus 2 is 25. Alright, Donkey's gonna move in. Rolling to hold back the darkness. Alright, got a 10, not 2 5s. Alright, so the gambler is gonna roll his 4 shots. Okay, and that's 2 hits. So 4 and 3 does nothing, and then he's got 3 more shots. Okay, 2 hits. 4 and a 4 does nothing. Alright, on its turn, it's going to heal 1, taking it down to 7 wounds. He's going to shoot at the Bandito. So, 1 hit. No, it is 1 hit. Gotta roll that. So, no hit on the Bandito, because it's 1 shot. Alright, so for the Frontier Dock, did the Gambler roll to move? Gambler got a 2, so it's just going to move back 1. She's going to roll to move. She's got a 3. She's going to roll to hit. She got a 5 and a 4, so 1 hit. Keeps rolling back here. She's got a 5, so that's 1 damage. Puts it back up to 8, so that's going to give her 20 XP. And then the Bandito is going to roll to move. Got a 1, so that's going to give him a grit. That's great. And then he's going to take his 4 shots. Alright, so he got 2 hits. He's going to re-roll that with a grit. He's going to grit those 2. Alright, so you got a total of 3 hits. So that's 3 peril dice. Alright, so nothing. Oh man. It didn't beat its defense value. Okay, well, shoot. And then the mule, the dog's gonna attack. Maybe the dog can kill it. Dog got a 6 to hit. It just needs a 6 to wound, and nope, did a 1. Alright, so here we go again. Rolling to hold back the darkness. 6 and a 5, that's an 11. We did hold back the darkness. Okay. Make sure we remember if we roll a 7, something bad happens. Alright, so we're gonna roll the 4 dice for the Gambler. So that is 3 hits. Got a 6, and that's all we needed. That is destroyed. Alright, so he's gonna get 25 XP for that. And I believe the Gambler has leveled up. He has gotten enough XP to level up. So we're going to stop and do that. We're going to catch our breath first. So the Gambler's the only one that actually activated. So he's going to get D3. He got a 5, so he's going to take the 2 wounds that he had and get rid of them. The Frontier Duck's going to take a grit. And the Bandito is going to roll a d6. He got a 2, so he's going to get rid of 2 wounds. Okay. So now we're going to do that leveling up for the Gambler. He's going to move up to a level 4 Gambler. Gambler upgrade chart. Let's upgrade the Gambler, shall we? Shall we? Alright, so for the Gambler, he's gonna get a roll of 2d6. He's moving up to level 4. And so it's an 8. +1 move or +1 lore. Also gain d6 sanity. I think we're gonna do +1 move. +1 move. Just gotta remember that. And then a d6 sanity. That is a 6. Wow. All right. That is a good thing. So that's gonna push him up to 19 sanity. That's pretty dope. All right. So his ability chain that we've been using has been Tricks of the Trade. So he's got Nibble Fingers and Tell. The next one is Old Hand, New Gambling Trick, and +1 Cunning. Or we could choose something different. Roll these bones. On a roll, whenever you kill an enemy, you may recover 1 fortune token. That gives him another +1 move. Civilized, well, I'll say. Once per adventure, you may recover fortune tokens up to your max, +1 lore. Or Card Shark, play to win. Your poker face ability now gives you d6 +2 times 50 in dollars instead, but it also gives you an extra unwanted attention marker, +1 fortune. You know what? I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do old hand. Old hand. That's gonna give him +1 cunning. Alright, so his cunning is gonna go from a 4 to a 5. Naturally, it's gonna give him a 6 on the roll. And a 7 in town. And then he's gonna grab a new gambling trick. Alright, so he's gonna draw a new gambling trick. Alright. Cheat. Use 2 fortune tokens and take 1 corruption hit to select any number of dice just rolled and make a cunning 6-up test. If passed, for each 6-up rolled, choose one of the selected dice, rotate it to be on any face you like. That die now counts as though it had been rolled the face you chose. This may not target a die that is specifically excluded from using grit on, such as hold back the darkness. Alright, that's kind of cool. Now he's a cheat. I mean, he's got a card that says cheat. I don't know if it's cheat per se. Cool. All right, so he is a little bit better. That's pretty fun. Okay, so I'm gonna change his level actually from a 3 to a 4. Now we really are a level 4 posse. Alright, Bandito's just gotta catch up. Okay. Now, we're gonna roll to hold back the darkness. Oh, we get loot. Forgot to go do loot. Alright, so for the gambler, he's gonna get 25 gold and 30 XP. 5 gold and 30 XP. Alright, for the Frontier Duck, she's gonna get, this should come in handy, draw a gear card or an artifact card if in another world. Alright, I like this one. Artifact card. Let's see what she gets. Okay, Plasma Lantern. Interesting. Limit 1 light source per hero party. Whenever a depth event is rolled, every hero may recover a grit on a roll d6 roll of 5 up each. We're going to go ahead and give that to the Bandito because he is our lantern bearer. So whenever a depth event is rolled, every hero may recover a grit on a roll d6 of 3 up, 5 up each. Nice. That's awesome. And then finally, she's going to get 20 XP for that. And then finally, it's going to be a d6 times 25 gold for the Bandito. So that is a big old 6 times 25, which is 150 gold. 150 for Bandito. Nice. And 20 XP. All right. Now, we found 3 journal pages so far. We need 2 more. So now let's roll to hold back the darkness. All right, we got a 6. It does not get held back. All right, so we're gonna roll with the gambler to move. He got a 1, so he's gonna get a grit. All right, and he is gonna move right there. The dog is gonna, no, he's gonna move right there. Was he right? He's gonna move right there. So the dog's gonna look through here. find the next room. And it is the courtyard, which has an advanced encounter, crumbling ruins. Okay. We're gonna find the courtyard. And we're gonna roll to move for the frontier dock. She got a cocked dice. She got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bandito. Cocked dice. You got a 2, so that's a grit. She's gonna move in 3. 1, 2, 3. Mule's gonna move up here. Okay, so let's see what our exploration token says. Just says encounter and 1 door. All right, where is our 1 door? It is right here. All right, so we're gonna cap off the other ones. All right, so the remains in play cards. Did they say something about encounters? Okay, we haven't rolled a 7. Anytime 1 or more encounters is drawn, draw an extra encounter. All right, so we're gonna have to draw 2 encounters on this. So let's see what we get here. All right, so the first encounter is going to be sliding doors. The doorways in this area are blocked by large, featureless metal panels that slide into the wall with a whoosh when you step close. Then slide back into place when you step through. Somehow, they scan and detect your approach. Whenever a hero explores, looking through a door on this adjacent map tiles, add 1 archive marker to the depth track. While there are no models in either puzzle cut space of the doorway on these map tiles, these puzzle cut spaces block line of sight. So this door will block line of sight. Okay, remains in play. Alright. Second encounter, Ice Storm. The bitter cold and whipping shards of ice crystals are beginning to wear on you as the storm outside intensifies. The start of each turn, every hero on the Targa plateau takes 2 hits from the blizzard, unless on an interior map tile. Heroes that are normally immune to weather effects are still affected by this ice storm. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to use a fortune on this again to try to get a different one. Use 1 fortune token, make a cunning 6 test. Now our cunning is a 6. Now, due to our upgrade, we just need to roll a 6. And we did. So we can get rid of that one, because I'm not a big fan of the ice storms. And we'll pull a different encounter. That is an epic. We'll shuffle that in a second. All right, so the next one we got, Dead Alien Hunter. Slumped across against one wall was a very large, very dead reptilian alien. A massive hole is ripped through its armor and out of its chest. In one meaty hand, it is holding something tightly gripped. Strength 6. If successful, you pry the object from his death grip, draw 3 target artifacts, and choose 1 to keep. Discard the others. The hero must make the following. Luck 5. If successful, gain 20 XP. If failed, the alien was not dead as he appeared. He reaches out and grabs you, threatening to crush the life out of you before gasping and falling limp. Take 3d... No, is that 3d6? Two d6 wounds, ignoring defense. Okay, fun. Alright, so now, because of that darkness card that we pulled, it can't just be a hero, it has to be a random hero. So 1, 2, it's the Gambler. 3, 4, it's the Frontier Doc. 5, 6 is the Bandito. Alright, 3, 4, it's the Frontier Doc. She has got a strength of 2. She's going to give this a shot. She did not do it. She's going to use a grit. See if she can get it. Nope. Okay. So what does it say if we don't do it? He will keep his little toy. Yep. Okay. Well, that kind of stinks. That would have been a free artifact. Okay. Let's see if the Bandito could have done it, because he's got a strength of 5, I believe. I would definitely have chosen the... No, he's got a strength of 6. Definitely chosen the Bandito to do this. And the Bandito had a grit. Oh yeah, he would have done it. And then taken... he would have luck 5, so he's got a luck of 3. And he would have taken 2d6 wounds. Yeah, he would have taken 6 wounds. Okay. But that didn't happen. Alright, so the last encounter is Crumbling Ruins. The massive statuary and spires of the ancient city have become weathered and broken over the millennia. At this point, it doesn't take much for them to collapse. Agility 4. For every hero that fails this test, all heroes take d6 hits as broken stonework crumbles and falls on them from above. For every 6 a hero rolls while making this test, they may collect a Darkstone shard scattered among the ruins. Alright, so the agility on the gambler is a 4. Wow, that sucked. He's gonna use grit to reroll that. Okay, he got it. And he got a 6, so he's gonna get a Darkstone shard. And the agility for the Frontier Dock is a 2. She made it. And she did roll a 6, so she's gonna get... Nope, she got a... Yep, she rolled a 6, so she's gonna get a Darkstone shard. And then the agility of the Bandito is also a 2. And he made it as well. No 6s though. Okay. Alright, pretty cool. Now we're gonna roll to hold back the darkness. And we did not. So now we're gonna get our first Growing Dread card. Okay. Yep. So the first Growing Dread card has been pulled. Now, we're gonna roll for the gambler. The dog is gonna look through the door. And he has pulled the Ruined Lift. Okay. So, gambler is gonna roll the move. Get a 1, which is a grit. He's got a +1 move, so he's gonna move 1, 2. The Frontier Dock, she got a 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Bandito, he got a 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the mule is going to move up beside the gambler.
Well, so far so good. 3 pages down and no librarians in sight. Knowing Targa, though, it's probably luring them in for the kill. No risk, no reward, right? I guess that'll fit on Tombstone.